You're listening to the Law of Attraction Radio Network.
The secret to well-being is discovering the power that is your birthright, the power to create a happier, healthier life, drawn from our own vast internal resources. Join Jules and her guests as they gently guide you to shift your perspective from the familiar negative to the divinely connected, a place that will not only positively impact your world, but possibly shift the planet. It's all right here on Law of Attraction Talk Radio.
Well, welcome to Law of Attraction Talk Radio. I'm Jules from beautiful Southern California, and I'm so glad you could be with me. I really am excited about this show tonight because I just think you're going to get so much out of it. And it has a lot to do with psychology and, get this, CBD oil. Now, I think you're going to learn a lot of why CBD oil can help so many issues within you. And it is so amazing, but you need to know all of the basics about it so that you can discover what is the best CBD for you. And so I am delighted to bring Erica Montgomery on to tonight's show. Now, she is a psychologist. She is so super nice, but she is also a distributor of CBD oil. So, of course, I've always promoted CBD oil in my hypnosis practice, but now I know where to recommend people to go to purchase their CBD oil. This is so important, and this is what I actually have been searching for a long, long time. So I want to be able to send my listeners and viewers to the right place where they're going to get some legitimate stuff. And I found it, and I'm happy to discuss this all with Erica Montgomery. So I want you to stay tuned, and let's take a fast commercial break, and then we'll be right back with this terrific lady, and we're going to find out all kinds of things about CBD oil and what it really means. So we'll be right back.
It's here, it's hot, and it's a must read. It's the science behind the Law of Attraction magazine. Every issue brings you great articles and in-depth how-tos from all your favorite Law of Attraction experts, authors, scientists, and medical professionals. Go to lawofattractionmagazine.net. That's lawofattractionmagazine.net.
Did you know that every human uses only a small portion of their powerful mind? Jules Johnson, international certified hypnotherapist, wants to introduce you to your powerful mind in order to create your dream life. In as little as one session, Jules guides you into releasing limiting beliefs that keep you from achieving wealth, health, better relationships, and even true love. Schedule a session in Palm Springs or set up a Skype video session for those nationally and internationally. Jules would love to serve as your guide into living your dreams. Go to creativeguidedimagery.com or call 951-201-2166. That's creativeguidedimagery.com.
You're listening to the Law of Attraction Radio Network, heard by millions worldwide through 38 internet radio stations and in over 135 countries. Be sure to sign up for your monthly updates and get all the latest information on LOA radio events such as cruises, workshops, and seminars, as well as information on the latest shows, topics, and guests. Go to LOARadionetwork.com and sign up today.
Well, welcome to Law of Attraction Talk Radio, Erica Montgomery. I am thrilled to have you on the show because the subject we're going to talk about is something near and dear to my heart, something I really believe in, and I've been searching for someone who can deliver this to my listening audience, and you are the ticket. I'm so excited. I love CBD oil, but thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. I am very excited to be meeting you and connecting with all of your audience, and I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Well, there's so many things we want to talk about, but you are a psychologist.
Yes.
And you help people understand the law of attraction and how their mind works, and what we vibrate we're going to bring to us. So, but it goes in a bigger way too, because you recognize that people sometimes are so stressed out that they can't sleep, they can't eat, they can't do a lot of things. So you came up with a solution that they could actually take, and that really resolves a lot of their physical symptoms, and that's called CBD. So you became, you became a distributor of CBD oil. Hallelujah.
Yes, yes. The practice of using natural plant oils, essential oils that are plant-based, has been around for centuries. It's really an ancient science. And with the passing of the Farm Bill in 2014 initially, and then 2018, we're seeing a lot more support for the medicinal use of marijuana. But on the other side of that, the use as a kind of like a healthy nutritional supplement for CBD oil, which is cannabidiol. And it is an oil that comes from the hemp plant. And yes, we are finding in my practice in particular, my patients are loving it because it is helping with stress, with anxiety, with depression, with insomnia. And it just is providing such relief for my patients. And I'm so happy.
I know it's incredible. I've been a big proponent of CBD oil for, about 3 or 4 years. And I've taken it myself. I went to your site and I purchased the middle one. And I got to tell you, and so this is a testimonial. I use it to go to sleep at night, and it relaxes me, and I sleep the entire night, and it is so wonderful. So I'm able to do this, and I've got another story to say that I have to drive like 2.5 hours to San Diego to see my grandkids. And by the time at the end of the day, I am so stressed from going on that long trek and then coming back. It really is, at my age anyway, I feel the stress. Yeah. But I took the CBD oil the night before I left, and then I got on the road. And I noticed that entire day I had no stress. It was my best drive to San Diego. And I'm going, why is this happening? How can this be? And then it hit me, I did CBD oil, and it's lasting effect for like 24 hours. And it's amazing. Totally made my drive and my day with my grandkids so enjoyable without the stress.
That's wonderful. That is so wonderful to hear. And your testimony is very real and very valid, because many of my patients tell me the same thing. Some of them have not slept in years. And when they start to use the CBD oil, they tell me how rested and rejuvenated they feel, how they're able to sleep throughout the night without the disrupted sleep. And so it gives them more energy. It gives them more healthy, positive energy, more healthy energy as far as their thinking and how they feel. And then again, how their day goes, because they feel rested and they really find benefit from the CBD oil. It is amazing. It is amazing.
It really is. And so you get a little bottle, but you only need like 1 or 2 or 3 drops. Yeah. And it's like, how is that possible? It's just amazing to me.
It is.
So you just go to sleep, and it's just, you have nice dreams. You just wake up, you're feeling, wow, that was a good sleep.
Yeah, it is. I mean, only a couple of drops, and it does, your body responds to it. And what I've learned from learning about CBD and in our body is that we have a system in our body that makes CBD. It's called the endocannabinoid system. And it's been discovered through science in the last 30 years. And we're learning more and more about it now that more research is being done on the benefits of CBD. And so it helps with homeostasis. That's what it does. It assist these parts in our body that regulate our mood, that regulate our sleep, that regulate our hormones. And CBD creates in our bodies a homeostasis. And so we are more balanced. And that's why you get that calm, kind of relaxed feeling as opposed to the tense, kind of anxious feeling. And it's truly amazing. I'm loving it.
Yes, I'm loving it too. It's well worth every penny. But that's another thing, because you give people an option of really what they can afford. Now, I want you to explain the difference between the 3, but I still want to talk about how is it that the CBD oil is legal in 50 states. So no matter where you are, it is pure legal to get this because it has no THC, which is the marijuana high.
Exactly. You're exactly right. So the CBD oil comes from the hemp. In both of the hemp and the marijuana are 2 different strains of the cannabis plant. So it's the cannabis plant, but there's 2 different strains of it, or 2 different species. One is the marijuana, one is the hemp. The hemp species happens to have a larger percentage of CBD and a very minimal, less than 0.3% of THC. So you get the medicinal benefits of it, but there is no psychoactive high. And so if the CBD comes from the stalk of the hemp plant or the seeds of the hemp plant, that it is considered a nutritional supplement because it doesn't have the THC in it. Right. And so that's how it's distinguished right now through the farm bill. As long as it is coming from the stalk and the seed of the hemp plant, the industrial hemp, then it is, and it has less than 0.3% THC, then it can be sold as if it's a nutritional supplement.
So it can be purchased in every single state without question. It's
without a prescription.
Yes, that's important.
THC, right? You don't need a medical card because it's not medicinal marijuana. It comes from the hemp. It's CBD oil. And basically, you don't have to worry about a random drug test because there's no THC. And so it is amazing because a lot of people who have high responsibility jobs or high power jobs, they need the stress release because of their job, but they don't need any problems, no legal problems. So with the CBD oil, they can get the benefit of the stress release, the assistance with anxiety, the assistance with insomnia and just sleeping, regulating their sleep, and they don't have to worry about losing their jobs. They don't have to worry about, any legal matters.
That is very important. Very important. And you don't have that THC, so you're not high. You're still in full focus of your mind. Well, another thing I like about this is that it's organic.
Yes.
Now, you can't always get organic with like marijuana because they have to use pesticides. So to me, that was always like, it didn't make sense to me. Why are you doing something medicinal when you're gaining the pesticides as well? That's why I think having organic hemp is fantastic.
Yes. And the company that my CBD oil comes from is called Healthy Place. And Healthy Place Botanicals has a relationship with a hemp farm. It's an organic hemp farm in Northern Europe. And they've been growing this hemp for over 100 years on an organic farm. And so the purity of the oil is bar none. It's superior because it has been growing, and all the terpenes in the soil, again, create the organic and the healthy and just the high quality of the oil when it is then extracted from the plant. Also, it goes through a double certified lab testing so that it removes all of the toxins, all of the metals, all of the pesticides, anything that is impure and not of the CBD oil from the plant is removed, so that, again, you have a high pure quality and it's organic.
A lot of people don't understand what hemp is, but it would really surprise everyone to know that hemp is a common produce that we don't ingest necessarily, but they make it for rope, for straw, for all of these things that you take for granted in your daily life. And we have had hemp for hundreds and hundreds of years, but yet we never knew the benefits until the last 10, 20 years.
Yeah, well, it's interesting that when marijuana became illegal, it was during a time in the 1930s. Before then, people were actually encouraged to grow hemp because, like you said, it had many industrial purposes as far as building, as far as paper. Many industries used hemp in multiple sources, and then once marijuana became criminalized, then I think it was for economic reasons as well, it kind of got a bad name, and so people stopped growing the hemp because it was discouraged, because marijuana had become illegal, and so people moved away from the plant and the uses of the plant. But in Northern Europe and other parts of our world, in other countries, they know the value of it. And I'm so glad that the United States is beginning to value it again, because not only is it good for health reasons, the oil that comes from it, but it's good for our environment because it is an organic plant that can be used for industry and for medicines and other purposes.
This is so good to know. Now, can children take hemp, and what would it do for a child that is super active and sometimes out of control? What would it do?
Well, in our organization, Healthy Place Botanicals, we have physicians and we also have psychiatrists who utilize CBD oil with their patients. And the patients are children who have autism or on the autistic spectrum and who have an attention deficit. And so what they're finding is that it provides a very calming effect and focused attention effect for those kids with the attention deficit and hyperactivity disorders. And then for the kids with the autism, it also helps to kind of reduce that anxiety that a lot of them deal with interacting with other with other people, and just shows benefits. So much so that there are psychiatrists who are moving away from those more traditional psychotropic medications or stimulant medications, and are going for the natural plant-based oil, the CBD, and have had amazing benefits. And so I use it with my children. I take it. My entire family takes it because we know the benefits of it. And I encourage people or parents who have children with an attention deficit or with an autism spectrum disorder to give it a try, because it is plant-based, it's organic, and to date, there are no known side effects of it. So the only risk is if you have a nut allergy. There is a MCT coconut carrier oil that comes to facilitate the body's metabolism of the CBD oil. But other than that, there's really no known, to date, negative side effects. I know there's no known deaths or fatalities associated with CBD oil, and the benefits are numerous and amazing, both physical and mental health.
Do you recommend taking everybody in the family taking a couple of drops a day or at night?
Yes. It can be taken. It's supposed to be taken in the morning and the evening.
Oh, really?
Yes. So it's kind of like a vitamin supplement. You take it in the morning because depending on your body type, your muscle tone, your body mass, it may metabolize faster. So you can take it in the morning. It is very, there's no real negative, effect from it. It's very calming. It helps you focus. So you can take it in the morning, but you can also take it at night before you go to bed because it helps with sleep. And so, the recommended, frequency is twice a day. And then I will say, start with 2 to 3 drops, see how you feel. You can gradually increase if necessary. And that's the thing with the CBD oil. There is no one dose that works for everyone. It really is based on your body's chemistry and your body makeup and your muscle mass to see how is your body going to metabolize it and use it to get the benefits of homeostasis.
So it sounds like this would be wonderful for someone who is suffering from depression.
Yes. Yes.
That is like,
it assists with depression, anxiety, anxiety attacks, PTSD, insomnia, stress, bipolar. There are, again, right now, because there is a more wider acceptance of the use of CBD, and a lot more states are legalizing the medicinal use of marijuana, there's a lot more research that is being done. And we're finding more and more benefits, both from a mental health perspective and also from a physical perspective. And so it's also preventative because, again, it is our body's way of creating the homeostasis to kind of put the balance back into the body, because on a daily basis, there's so many toxins that we take in. Toxins through the air, through our water, through our foods, the stress of our fast-paced lifestyles and the unhealthy foods that we eat. And so it helps to regulate our body's homeostasis. And because our body has a system, an endocannabinoid system, it creates CBD. And so what we're doing is just giving our bodies what it needs naturally, kind of like healthy fruits and vegetables, how it basically energizes our bodies. And since we know the law of attraction and the energy that you put out is that energy you give back, we want to have our bodies in a homeostasis, balanced state.
That is so true, because if you are stressed, you're only bringing more stress to you. And I can say this is true. I have experienced it, and people have heard on my show all my stressed out moments. But truthfully, what we want to do is to get in that calm place where we can attract more calm to us, more higher frequencies, and you can't do it. You're only going to bring more lower frequencies to you if you're not working. And this CBD and oil is so important, and that's why I endorse it 100%. Now, beyond the humans, it is wonderful for pets, especially pets that are lethargic. You don't know they can't talk back to you, but you can tell something's wrong. And if you would give it to them, you will see a dramatic change. I've given CBD to my cats. Of course, they don't know it, but hey, they get better. It's just like, wow, you can see the difference. They're changing their attitude, and they're changing the health. So whether they're not feeling well or whatever, they need that bit of nutrition.
Yes, we do. We do have products for pets. There's an oil that you can put into the water, or you can mix it into the food. There are also treats that you can have that you can purchase for the pets with CBD oil. And you're absolutely correct. It does help them to kind of remain calm, and just give them a better temperament.
Exactly.
For the dogs.
And I'm glad to hear that you have products that you can put into the water. Yes. So then it's no fuss. They're going to get it no matter what. You can't really taste the CBD oil. I mean, I can't. There's a little taste to it, but, it's like, it's not.
Yeah, it's not a strong taste. It's more subtle.
Yes.
It depends on, like I said, it's mixed with the MCT carrier coconut oil. So you might get a hint of that. Sometimes they'll put a little mint in it. Again, it's a natural essential oil, organic. So it's also good for you. And you just get that synergistic effect when you get the natural essential oils mixed with the CBD oil. It really is of benefit.
Yeah. I was going to mention, since we're talking about CBD, and I take it right before I go to sleep, but I also, before I go to sleep, I also take Epsom salt bath, because we do not get magnesium. It's really hard. You can't eat it, even if you rub it into your skin. But if you soak in Epsom salts, you're getting 100% magnesium into soaking up your body. And I'll tell you, put that with the CBD. Oh, my goodness. It is the best. So you're getting your magnesium and you're getting your CBD. And oh, my goodness, life just turns completely around for you, and it's amazing. So use those together and you're going to be a happy camper.
Yeah, sounds like your daily self-ritual, your self-love ritual.
Yeah, it is. I mean, taking that bath and then taking the CBD. Hey, listen, I'm worth it.
Exactly. And with our CBD oil, you can also use it in cooking, and so it is also right. You can also bake with it, and a lot of people are doing it. They're doing gummies. There's another line called Wakana, and they have gummies that have a CBD in it. And there's also again, the oil can be used topically, orally. You can also vape the CBD oil, and people bake with it.
So
you can use it.
What would you use? I mean, if you do it topically, it's going to soak in through the skin, but do you put it on top of a sore or something? What do you think?
What we have CBD oil that is pain cream. And so our pain oil and pain cream you can use topically for pain. and it is absorbed through the skin, but it helps to manage pain. But also we have a CBD oil that's a Baladerma that's kind of like an anti-aging. And so people that have like different spots like a psoriasis or
Eczema.
Exactly. Eczema, they will put it topically on their face and just blend it, and they will see that it begins to create a more uniformed color and healing. I have a testimony on my Instagram page of my girlfriend who had stitches because she fell, and she was using other topical ointments and nothing was helping to heal it. She just happened to try the CBD oil on top of the skin, and it's amazing how fast and how beautiful her sutures begin to heal. And so it's amazing. I'm telling you, the CBD oil is amazing. Again, it comes from a plant, an organic plant that has so many uses, and we're just beginning to discover the uses for the health of our bodies and our minds.
Oh, I have to try that for the topical. So you have a wonderful website. It's hemphappier.com. Everybody, you got to go and check that out. And as you are there, you go into the shop or the store and you see the storefront that has 3 kinds of CBD oil. And could you explain the difference and which one should we pick?
Okay. Well, there's 3 of them. There's the daily support, there's the health support, and there's this extreme support. And essentially, all of them are organic CBD. All of them have 0% THC. And it's just a difference of concentration. So the daily support, which is the level 1, is really what I recommend for children. Because it has the lowest amount of CBD in it as far as the concentrate. For adults that just have regular anxiety or stress, just daily support, I recommend the number 2, which is the health support. And it's preventative, but it also helps with the anxiety, with the sleep, with the depression, and stress. And then for those people that have more chronic conditions like fibromyalgia, or diabetes, or high blood pressure, or chronic PTSD, or more like panic attacks, or more chronic and multiple conditions, then we would suggest the extreme support because it has the highest concentration, which I think is 300 milligrams of the CBD in it.
Wow. So what do you recommend starting off with one first, or like?
What I typically will recommend is start with the middle one, the green one, the one that I have on my page when you
That's when I got, and I love it.
That's the one that everyone typically gets, especially if you're starting and you're adult. If you're a child, then I will recommend the level 1. That's the only time I will recommend the level 1 because as adults we want a higher concentration of the CBD so that we can get the benefit from it.
Right.
And then for those people that have more chronic conditions, like both, let's say, mental and physical, then I would say go for the 3. Yeah, level 3, because that has the extreme support. But all of them, all of them will give you benefit. It's just the higher concentration. So you could also start with the level 3, and maybe you would need 1 drop or 2 drops, as opposed to if you do the level 2, you might do 3 or 4 drops. It really depends. But level 2 is really the place to start.
Okay. That's good to know. Again, I want everybody to go to hemphappier.com because there you will find the 3. And I take the 2. That's what I started off, and it's fabulous. I highly recommend it. But check out all the other products as well. It really, I've got to go back and I'm going to get some of the topical stuff, but I also want some pet stuff. It does make a difference to pets, and you will be very, very happy. And if they are sick, do you have something that is more powerful for the pets?
Now, for the pets, they do it based on size. So for the smaller pet, then there's a smaller pet dose. For a medium pet, there's a medium, and then for the larger pet. So it's basically on the size of the dog as opposed to.
Okay. So I would assume that you would need a smaller dose for cats as opposed to dogs.
Yes. So
Okay.
cats, I would go with the small dog size.
Okay. Interesting. That's good to know. And the difference for the pets, it really tends to take effect immediately. You can see changes within a day of how they're feeling. It can't hurt them. It can only help them. And you're going to be delighted by the results. So I would think that if you're giving this nutritional supplement to your pets daily, like in the water, you're only going to see them last longer, to tell you the truth. And they're going to be happier. They're going to enjoy things much better. So how can you lose? This is the way to go. I would much rather see people spend their dollars on something like this that prevents sickness than paying it. Forgive me for saying this, but even paying for health insurance. Because if you ask me, the CBD oil is health insurance.
Yeah. I mean, there are, again, amazing response to the CBD oil. However, we do have to give a disclaimer because it is not approved by the FDA at this
Of
point.
course. Well, actually, I'm glad it's not. I'm glad it's not.
But we also have to give the disclaimer that says, shouldn't be used to treat, to diagnose, or cure. In that, if you're being treated by a physician or you have a condition, please consult your doctor. Believe it or not, there are a lot of doctors that are becoming very conscientious about the benefits of CBD oil. And when my patients go to their doctor and say, my psychologist recommended I try it, what do you think? A lot of times they'll say, wonderful, I think you should try it. And so more and more, as the research is being done, as the information is getting out there, which is what I am doing, is just get the information out there about the benefits, we will begin to see it being endorsed more and more by just our, physicians, health conscious individuals, and begin to spread the love. One thing I wanted to say, we have a product called Hemptabulous, and it is for hair growth and for healthy hair. And so a lot of women who wear their hair back, like in tight buns or in braids, and they begin to see the receding hairline, well, Hemptabulous begins new hair growth.
Wow.
So and it's made by a trichologist especially for hair, who is a specialist of the skin, the nails, and the hair. And this amazing Hemptabulous CBD oil will begin to grow hair. As long as you have peach fuzz there, then it can regrow that hair. Also, some patients that have gone through cancer treatments and they've lost their hair, it helps them grow back healthy hair, stronger hair. And so it is amazing as well. It's called Hemptabulous. It's also on my site.
And by the way, you brought up something very, very important. If you have gone through chemotherapy, the best thing you can do for your body is take hemp. Oh my goodness. You need that. That's going to, that they always say with cancer, you do need the THC, but if you don't want the high, get the CBD. Oh my goodness. You have to have it. You have to have it. That's all I can say.
I agree. I completely agree. And that's the beauty of CBD. You get more of the medicinal benefits than you would with the THC, and you don't get the high. So you can function, you can have a better attitude, you can have better sleep, you won't be as stressed, so you're more calm when you're dealing with situations. And I tell you, it makes a difference in your life. You begin to see your life in a more easy flowing atmosphere. I love it.
Because bottom line is, what really is the trigger for cancer? Stress. Yeah. So what are you doing? You're actually preventing the cancer by taking the CBD oil. You know, golly, it just
stress triggers is a precipitator of many physical ailments. And so the fact that if you're just taking it daily and it's reducing your stress level, then it is preventative, because it is preventing you from, putting yourself in that chronically stressed state. And again, it goes back to energy. And
that's right.
When you have that positive, calming energy, it's healing. And that's the beauty of CBD.
So if you are trying to comprehend and use the law of attraction, hey, this goes hand in hand with it, because you're better able to understand. You have, you're attracting more of that vibrant energy to you because you're giving it out. This is what it's all about. I mean, you need it. You need CBD oil. And so that you can actually practice the law of attraction. I mean, if you really stop and look at it, otherwise you're going to be stuck in that other mode. It's just so much easier. I'm a firm believer in it. I don't know if you could tell, but I love it. And I love this CBD oil because immediately it worked.
Yeah. And a lot of people who smoke cigarettes or are vaping tobacco are transitioning to vaping CBD oil. It can also be vaped. And so not only do you get the calming benefits of being able to vape it, but also you don't have to worry about the hazard of the nicotine on the body. And so again, there are so many benefits to the use of CBD oil. And
boy, I bet you vaping it could get you off of cigarettes right away.
And that's exactly what people are doing. Instead of vaping tobacco or smoking cigarettes, they're vaping CBD.
Oh, I have hypnosis clients who want to stop smoking, and they do, but I can see by suggesting that they would vape with CBD, it would make the transition so much easier.
Exactly.
I have to do that from now on. I'll have to tell them and make sure. Can they get the vaping from your site?
Well, the actual vape pen, I don't sell on my site, but you can get the vape pen at any vape store. And essentially what you do is you just drop the oil into your refillable cartridge and voila.
Oh my goodness, how easy is that?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. What a great idea. Oh.
Yeah. So I mean, like for the patients in my office, I do purchase pens and I sell them to my patients. But I mean, you can really get a pen from any vape store. Just make sure it's refillable so that you just keep dropping your oil in there once you've vaped it out. And it's amazing. I love CBD.
I love that. Now, that's not something I have ever heard before. So this is terrific. I got to try that myself. And I'm not a smoker, but hey, what the heck?
The thing with the vaping, it's really not smoking because it's a delivery method. You're delivering the medicine to your lung immediately. So for those people that have like panic attacks, I typically recommend that they vape because it's an immediate delivery system of the CBD. So it immediately calms them.
Wow.
So if you can't go into a supermarket or a crowd of people or you're having, panic attacks going to work, guess what? You vape before you get out of your car, and voila, you're going to work. You can shop in the supermarket. It's amazing, the immediate delivery. And so that would be the benefit of the vape.
It's better than cigarettes. You're getting the same benefit, but only you're not doing it with tobacco. So, gosh.
It's a better benefit because you're getting the health benefits from the CBD.
Yeah, wow. That's good. I had no idea. I have to try that now. So I just want to remind everybody to please go to hemphappier.com. And the reason I brought Erica on is because people have asked me for the last 5 or 6 years, how do I go about getting CBD oil? Do you sell it? And I'm going, no, I don't. So I have looked for a distributor that I could recommend. And Erica Montgomery is the distributor that I can recommend. So do it. I've tried it. It's great stuff. You have no problem. Thank you so much for bringing this to our attention, Erica.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And, because I'm a psychologist, I have a lot of patients who have had amazing results from it. And so, I'm just excited to share the knowledge of CBD oil, the benefits of CBD oil with the world. And I also have an Instagram. It's Dr. G Montgomery, Dr. G Montgomery. And on my Instagram page, I also give just encouraging, very good information on CBD, the benefits of CBD in visual form, and just hoping to share it with the world, because once you start using CBD, it's life-changing.
It is life-changing. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Thank you so much. Now, I got to say it one more time, hemphappier.com. This is the only place you need to go. So thank you so much, Erica. And I'm sure you're going to have a lot of business within the next couple of days. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me, Jules.
Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back next week with another great show from Law of Attraction Talk Radio. If you'd like to comment on tonight's show, send an email to jules@loaradionetwork.com and have a great week.